So it does look at the minute like the government is taking this scrapping the TV licence fee plan of theirs quite seriously, because now it's going on to the House of Lords to be, well, talked about and not much done, really, because not a lot happens in the House of Lords, obviously, does it? Well, let's take a look at this headline and read this story together as always, shall we? BBC licence fee on the brink. TV tax faces scrap as new probe launched into future. Yeah, all positive words there if you're on this side of the fight, and it's scrap being in big letters and everything all sounds quite positive, doesn't it? Maybe some good news for a change. How to fund the national broadcaster going forward will be considered by the House of Lords Communications and Digital Committee. Well, there's a word that will always fill your heart with dread when talking about the government, isn't it? Committee. Oh, God. And the House of Lords have a digital communications committee. Half of them are probably too old to have mobile phones, aren't they? It's a joke. I know you oldies can work them. It's a joke. Peers will look at the purpose of the BBC, how the corporation should prepare for the future, and the best way to carry out consultations on funding. The inquiry is also set to consider if the licence fee is still fit for the modern ears, I'm guessing that should be era, given changing consumer habits and the rise of online streaming services such as Netflix. Well, it is nice to hear that there's more chat from the upper echelons of who control us, that they're talking about the TV licence more, isn't it? It's nice to know that it's being talked about, they're thinking about it. My concern is that the Lords are, well, they're not the youngest people in the world, are they? And many of them have ties to the BBC, or may have worked for the BBC, or just think favourably of the BBC, because broadcast TV, what they had growing up. They're of that generation where BBC was really, really important. They're of that sort of age group, aren't they? There's no one in their 20s in the House of Lords, really, is there? I mean, they might be making the tea, but they're not doing anything else. Not making any decisions. Not that the Lords make a lot of decisions anyway, but you know what I mean. It's, yeah, I think it's going to be slightly sort of biased results coming out of there. My thoughts, anyway. Baroness Stoll of Beeston, chair of the committee, said, "The broadcasting landscape is shifting rapidly with intense competition, rising production costs and changing viewing habits. Developments in technology have led to increasing choice for people about what they watch, how and when. Our inquiry will look into this changing media landscape and examine how the BBC should be funded in the future to deliver what is needed from a national public service broadcaster." Well, there you go then. I can save them all the time of having that chat because they've just answered the question there in that little bit statement, hasn't she? She's the chair of this committee and she has said how the BBC should be funded in the future to deliver what is needed from a national public service broadcaster. There you go. She wants the BBC to continue to be a national public service broadcaster. There's only one way that's going to be funded, and that's directly from the people. They won't put forward a subscription model at all. They won't. They won't introduce commercials into the BBC at all. It'll either carry on as it is with the TV licence fee, or they will put forward the idea of a media tax. That's what's going to happen from this. So that's disappointing, isn't it? I had high hopes for the House of Lords. A BBC spokesperson said, "We welcome the Lords Communications Committee inquiry as part of a national debate on the future funding of the BBC." Yeah, I'm sure you do welcome debate from the House of Lords because they're going to support you. You know they're going to support you. So you've got nothing to worry about in the Lords, have you, BBC people? So yeah, bit disappointing with the whole Lords thing, got to be honest. But then, has anything positive ever come out of the House of Lords, ever? I don't know, Beefy Botham, he's in there and he's on our side, isn't he? And I think there is one or two other Lords, but I don't see it. I don't see anything positive coming from that. Do you? Well, what do you think about it? If you think something positive could come from it, or if it's just going to be a load of old windbags gassing on about how life was better in the 50s, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.